Hey, welcome back. We're so glad you've tuned in. And today, we're excited to introduce our second guest. JP Krause is an executive chef and entrepreneur and genius. I do mean he is the genius behind Squeal Spiced Black Rum. Squeal Rum is officially my new favorite adult beverage. And while I promise we'll get to talk a little more about the why I love this rum, first off, we want to know what's it like starting a business from scratch.
JP, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
We're pretty excited. You started a business from scratch.
Oh yeah, from scratch.
Tell us a little bit about your background, how this came to be.
I've been a chef for years, and seeing the drive of the craft beverage industry, starting with craft beer, I saw a trend going towards local and produced by somebody you know, because people do business with who they know, like, and trust.
Sure.
So if you create something that's a great product in a local market, you're going to have a great following, and that's kind of where I started.
All right, I'm not the brightest bulb in the knife drawer, folks, but I'll be the one to tell you. I do think that just saying I came up with a recipe for the most amazing rum in the world is a little understated. How did it happen? What drove you? Why rum?
So why rum? My wife and I first were doing vodka. She's from Poland in this beautiful city wine suit where they have this huge distillery that makes world-class vodkas. So we're going to make a peach vodka because I love Colorado peaches. They're the best in the world. Everyone in Georgia, mark it down. Colorado's got the best peaches in the world.
Calling them out.
Here we go.
All right.
But, adding vanilla and cinnamon and just taking that chef background and, it needs a little bit of this, maybe a little bit of allspice, and, let's add a little bit of oak to it to make the flavors really balance out. It was a blend of two worlds that really came to make a nice, blended, perfect rum.
A nice blended perfect rum. So you perfected the recipe. We have this most perfect rum. Were you just serving it to friends and family, or how did it go from I'm just going to make some rum in my garage to now we're actually going to turn it into a business?
It really was the passion that my wife and I both have, really sharing it with people and getting their feedback, and then sharing it with people in the industry. Being a chef, getting the chef's input, and really creating something that people can not only drink but cook with, and being a culinarian, as they say, being able to have something that's not overly sweet and something you can really do magic with in the kitchen, because what's better than having both eating with the alcohol and drinking with it?
And I don't disagree there at all. Now, JP, you made a great product, and we've said for years, you can have the best product, you can have the best widget, you can have the best service, but if you don't have an audience, it sits on the shelf. And that's the kiss of death to most people in your storyline up to this point. How did you get it out?
Basically, my wife and I, real personal connection with everybody. We choose which stores and bars to be in, not because we want to be on every shelf. I would love to be on every shelf, because who wouldn't want to be?
Right.
But it's better to be with the stores and the bartenders who really are going to push your product and let them tell the story. So we meet them personally. We talk about our story, about having kids and starting the business together, and how much I love my wife, and the flying pig on the bottle is our love story. And when the bartenders can tell the customer that, it breaks all those boundaries down, and they feel a real connection to us, the owners, and it's been wonders for us.
So not just mass produce and mass, get it out there. We're building relationships one-on-one. Mm-hmm. You're connecting. They know your story. All right. So you've been in business now. You've passed that first year mark. What were some things that first year that maybe surprised you that you had to learn in business?
Dealing with the large companies was one of the things that you have to learn about. In every business, there's going to be the big dog, and the big dogs have lots of money. So being able to find the way to sponsor or get it doing events or pour tastings with a limited budget, when a big company can come in and triple your budget, That's really hard.
And yet, JP, you've mastered that. I've been to some really savvy soirees. You're pretty tied into the fashion industry here in Colorado, and I want to thank you in advance for the next time you invite me to one of those fashion shows.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, the other thing, JP, you're doing this with your wife, and so it's a husband and wife team, which can sometimes be the kiss of death for relationships. How do you two keep your marriage strong?
We schedule time together, and that's the biggest thing. We make sure to take time out of our week to spend time with each other. Having kids and work, it gets difficult. But if you don't schedule the time to make sure, hey, business off, the kids are with my mom, let's go enjoy each other and really have fun, and that shows through with the business.
Your story is inspiring millions of people, and we're so grateful for you to come in and join us and hang out with us, JP. Check out Squeal Rum. We'll put a link to their website on our website. You're going to dig it, JP. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. And you say fan bragging, I say #fan bacon.
Fan bacon.
There you go.
There it is.
Right.
Hey, when we return, Angel thinks she's got planning and organization down pat, but I'll be bringing my own spin to the Great Planner debate. You're not going to want to miss this.
And then later, we'll bring JP back to share a few of his favorite recipes incorporating Squeal Spice Black Rum. After all, business owners got to eat too, you know.